What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the first story of the day. And this one is a little bit of, I don't even know how to describe it. I'd say it's a sad one, really. I'd say it's kind of pathetic and sad. So this comes from the Nevada Public Radio website, and it is about a church. A church is suing after a town says it can only give away free meals twice per week. That is right. This town has decided that this church can only give away free meals to those who need it twice a week. Like, I have no idea where the logic comes in with this one, where you go, oh, you're doing a good thing. You're trying to help people who are hungry, who are having trouble, who are homeless, right? Whatever the situation or case may be. You know, it might be people who are poor and can't even afford a meal that day, right? They might live in houses, but it doesn't mean that they can afford a meal that day. But rather than going, these charitable work, this should be celebrated. This is what our community is about, right? About giving, about sharing, about ensuring that everyone is, treated with dignity and respect, and we try to lift ourselves up. That's what you want from your community. Well, apparently in Oregon, not so much. So an Oregon church has sued the town where it's located over a new local ordinance that restricts the number of times the church can dole out free meals each week to those in need. St. Timothy's Episcopal Church and the Episcopal Diocese of Oregon say in a federal lawsuit against the city of Brookings that the ordinance limiting them to 2-3 free meals a week violates their constitutional right to free religious expression. I mean, it's not even your constitutional right to religious expression, although in this case, with regards to it being a church group, that is an argument that they have. But it's just like a city, or essentially it's an ordinance that says, if you're a good person, fuck you. What? We've been serving our community here for decades and picking up the slack where the need exists, and no one else is stepping in, the Reverend Bernie Lindley said in a statement. We have no intention of stopping now, and we're prepared to hold fast to our beliefs. We won't abandon people of Brookings who need our help, even when we're being threatened, he added. Brookings Mayor Ron Hedenskog of the city and the city manager Janelle Howard did not immediately respond to requests for comment. The pandemic increased the need for services from the church. One of the many consequences of the onset of the pandemic in early 2020 was a spike in food insecurity across the United States. The non-profit organization Feed America estimated that 45 million people, including 15 million children, were food insecure that year. The same was true for Brookings, a town of around 6,700 residents in the far southwestern corner of Oregon. St. Timothy had been working with other churches to ensure locals could get free meals every day of the week, but some churches suspended their meal programs when the pandemic began, according to the lawsuit. St. Timothy's, in turn, began offering meals 6 days a week, serving up to 70 people each lunchtime. I mean, to keeping 70 people alive, that's 70 lives. Just, it's insane. I don't get this, how people, this what really pisses me off about the left is that they talk about being good and helping people and stuff. And then when there is actually people helping people like this church that are trying to do what they can for their community, right? To slap them with a local ordinance that says that they can't do this good thing anymore. It's disgusting. Oh, and even further, the church also offered coronavirus testing and COVID-19 vaccination. At one point, the city asked Timothy's to allow people who needed to sleep in their cars to use the parking lot, and the church agreed. Oh, God. So the city even asked them to do stuff and still screwed them. But the services for the homeless people began to rankle residents living near. What? Oh, that is sad. This is even worse. The services for homeless people began to rankle residents living near St. Timothy's who complained of trespassing, littering, and noise in their neighborhood. Oregon Public Broadcasting reported The residents sent the city a petition in April asking for the church's homeless services to end. How disgusting. In October, the city council approved an ordinance creating a permit for benevolent meal service and restricted it to twice per week. The only non-profits in Brookings offering free meals to homeless people are churches, according to the Oregon Public Broadcasting. Oh. So we're going to read the statement now, right? Let's see what this statement says. There's nobody on this council that has made an attack on St. Timothy's whatsoever. It's not because we're all wicked, it's because we're meeting needs to serve a dual purpose. There are other ways to explain what's going on without vilifying the city council, he said. According to the news site, I'm upset over this. I've been upset over it for weeks. There's never been a statement from this council or staff about shutting down benevolent kitchens. We're looking to start... There is no equilibrium! Oh my god! This mayor is stupid! There is no equilibrium! These people rely on this food to survive. When you have people that are that desperate, you take food away from them for 4 days a week? That is not an equilibrium, right? Oh my god. I'm glad this church is taking legal action. So the church said it took legal action against Brookings because it said the ordinance violates congregant free expression of their Christian faith, which calls them to serve others in need. The church said it has not applied for a permit as required under the new ordinance. I mean, why are they going to apply for a permit, right? Because that would be them agreeing to only do it for 2 days a week. I can understand why they're going the legal route, because even with the permit, they're still not going to be able to do it the way they want. Bishop Diana Akiyama of the Episcopal Diocese of Oregon said she supports the church and its efforts to provide free meals for those who need them. The parishes of St. Timothy are obeying the teachings of Jesus when they provide food and medical care to their community, she said in a statement. As Christians, we are called by faith to feed the hungry and welcome the stranger, providing hospitality to all who enter St. Timothy's in search of help is integral to our belief. You know, I just want to say, I haven't been to this church, obviously. I don't know what these people are like at the church. But from their stance on this sounds like St. Timothy's is a really nice parish. Like, it is a wonderful church to be a part of, and that they're trying to do the best that they can for, you know, the lowest in the community around them, right? You know, homeless people, people who are living in the cars, people who can't afford to feed themselves. It's hard being in that position, and this church is really trying to do the best they can to at least ensure that people get basic things like a meal, and that they can test themselves, that they can get vaccinated if they want to get vaccinated, right? Which is good. This is a start. This is the start. I hope they win this case. Let me know what you guys think about this and what you think about the city council and the people who reported the church because they didn't like that they were feeding homeless people in their area. Like, to me, if you're that kind of person, you're the lowest of the law. But let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching.